Monster Kingdom. I am here with Blake from Huntress. You got that right?
You nailed it.
Right.
Slam dunk.
Blake Meahl? How do you pronounce that?
Meahl.
Meahl.
Yeah. I like your Arnold Schwarzenegger inflection on that.
Meahl. I just tried to make it a little more, ethnic. Just
yeah, thanks.
Okay. So you guys have had a busy year. You had your album out, you toured with Mayhem, now you're touring with Testament. How do you feel?
And then we did the Danzig tour in between that.
That's true, you did the Danzig tour?
It's been insane.
A little bit too chaotic maybe, or?
No, that can't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll sweat a little bit, but that's what we signed up for this.
Yeah.
That's what you get into it for. But we've just been, it's like tour, record, tour, hopefully next record.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it sounds good.
Alright, well you have, I think it's like a 3-year strategy for your records. It's like you release one and then this year another and the next year the next.
It's our goal, that's the way all of our favorite music seems to have been made back in the day.
Yeah.
We love modern metal, but like where our hearts all lie is in like the early Dinosaurs, like all those Priest records and early Scorpions records and Sabbath records.
Yeah.
They were just cranking those out. They were natural records with songs that they wrote and they put them out. It wasn't like, okay, well we're gonna slave over this for 3 years so we can cram extra notes in the song. It's like, no, that's entertaining for you and it's entertaining for me, and I like doing that stuff too. But for this project, our vision is really like songs and making it listenable on like a regular level.
Yeah.
Just we're not trying to prove anything to anybody.
Fair enough.
I guess that was a tangent from my 3 year. Anyway, so yeah, we haven't released or even recorded a third record, obviously, but
some ideas going on.
Yeah, and I mean the last one was a trip because for the first record you're sitting on this material for so long, and we had recorded it before, we had pre-produced it before, we had different band members involved in it in the first incarnation, and then so when you finally release that, it's been thought about a lot, and stepped up. With Starbound Beast, we did it super fast. It was like, okay, it's time to release a record. You have 3 months off, sit down and do it, And we're like, oh, okay. And we just sat in front of computers and shared files and like got together and really worked it all out together in a really fast, I say computers and then try and say it was an organic way of doing it. But I mean, it's a good way. It's a good way to share ideas, not to to construct them,
Yeah.
And so that's another tangent I'll go on, since that way you don't have to ask me the second question.
Oh, I got such little material. And so the next album, you haven't even started with ideas, no recordings, nothing yet.
Ideas are there, and like I've started a couple preliminary tracks, which always have ridiculous names so that they don't mess with Jill. So she gets pissed if we try and get cute or creative with a name or it has any significance.
Cute as a now. How can you get cute with a metal name?
Well, that's the idea.
Metal
it's like if you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, usually my sample titles, for example, are based on some sort of body excrement, like pea soup or poo sushi. No, these are not cute.
Okay.
These are just disgusting. Shit sandwich was another one.
Shit sandwich is a good one, though. I use that as an offense, though. You shit sandwich.
You call a person a shit sandwich?
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorites.
You're a shit sandwich.
Like that invisible person.
Yeah. But if we're like, oh, this one's about the space-time continuum, and we're gonna call it like Einstein, hyperbole.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh, now I'm stuck on hyperbole, you asshole. But with shit sandwich, she's pretty easy to.
So that's, you just come up with names like shit sandwich, and then she just.
Yeah, like for instance, my working title right now for a song is Dog Farts.
That does sound cute, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, you have like different themes in your albums. The first one's more like witchcrafty, spelly.
Yeah.
The second one seems more based on aliens.
Yeah, I mean, Jill has certainly taken her spirituality and everything to the next level. Mm-hmm. And she is a real trip about the way she writes her stuff. And like when I watch her talk in interviews about it, I'm like, I wouldn't buy that. Like, you're just psychic. Yeah. But that's like legitimately she just gets really weird for a few days. There we go.
So about the writing process. You said that Jill is almost a bit eccentric with it. What about you guys? Do you have your own rituals? Sacrifice a virgin before?
Oh, well, that sounds alright.
Maybe that's easy.
Yeah, maybe that's why we haven't. That's why we're always down each other's throats trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that sounds easy. Sacrificing virgins.
Yeah, I think that's something we can all agree on.
You can take that.
But you know, for us, I mean, she goes out there into outer space or whatever, and gets her crazy zone that works for her.
Okay.
I think all of us just bang our heads against the walls long enough that we get good ideas together, and then go into a room and bang those against the walls until it works.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a lot. It's a lot of work and time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they come together in minutes. Other times it's like a whole day for a half a riff that we never used.
And then you go, nah, it was better when we started.
Yeah. Well, you have to go through every possible scenario on that riff and then see if it's good at the end of the day.
Go back to the original.
Sometimes you're like, no, it was better.
Yeah.
Better when we came into the room today.
Was there one particular song from the new album that just like you guys can get your heads into?
You know, it was Blood Sisters was the one that we worked on that a whole bunch, and then came back and we're like, no, it was great.
Yeah, we retransformed that song like 90 times for weeks. It was just going on forever, and then always just back to the original one.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Way to go, us.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Way to get it right the first time, but not realize.
Just trust your instincts.
Yeah,
What's the point of getting it right the first time? Whatever.
Just gotta like
we would have had so much less fun getting it right the first time. Yeah.
just the trial and error. So let me read you guys a song. I'm gonna fuck you to death.
He wrote the lyrics.
Oh, he just wrote the lyrics?
Yeah.
Did you guys create the music after you got the lyrics?
It was I had a song in the works before, and Jill, you know, that story's hilarious that he's even
Wrote that.
those lyrics.
I questioned that. I'm like, oh, I guess he has a really big man crush on you.
I mean, he's the man. He's brilliant. He's just like, what a cool idea. Like, first off, only one person can get away with writing those lyrics.
Yeah.
Him.
And especially giving it to a woman.
He couldn't hand that to a dude because that dude can't sing that, and a lot of girls couldn't pull it off. It's like, wow, he like that, wow, you know, and he's the man. And then, you know, in some press they're like, man, and the most brilliant part is it's like he got her to sing a creepy love song back at him. It's like
That's so smart.
It's like, wow,
It's evil too.
he's the man.
Yeah.
But so the lyrics were brilliant, and we obviously toiled over them. We really gonna have a song called "I Wanna Fuck You to Death" on our record?
Yeah,
Kinda
we were.
stands out.
It was like, okay, well, it's Lemmy. What are you gonna do? You go with it. And after it settled in, we were all pumped. But it took a minute to like, go, okay,
Yeah.
a bunch of pussies are gonna go with this, right? Because we're not like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up in this next fucking fight, bro, and then I'm gonna fuck your mom.
And then
It's
I'm
like,
gonna fuck you to death.
yeah. It's like it was a step outside of our vibe and everything. But you know, part of our attack on that too is that we didn't want it. The way Jill puts it, we didn't want it to be all like Riot Girl chorus. I want to fuck you dead. Like we wanted that to have a romantic overtone, you know, and that's kind of what makes it fun.
It does give it has an old school kind of feel to it. It sounds kind of like modern in some ways.
Yeah, well, and you know,
It has this cadence, I think.
we coached, and she coached in some of Jill like the inflections, and she nailed it. She just like, the also the praise. It's like it's dead on. It's awesome.
That's awesome. So with songs like that and the name Huntress, even the band has a little bit of a feminine element to it. Do you guys ever feel a little bit awkward about it or out of your element?
Just Blake.
Just like
Yeah.
it's just gotta accept the girl inside you.
It's apparently been accepted in this room. You know that only in the marketing element of it and the perception that, and I don't blame anybody. I have the exact same biases towards a band that when I heard about it, not necessarily the music, but it's like, okay, you got some cute blonde like showing it off singing, and she's like, ooh, she thinks she's a witch, ooh. And
That was a good impression.
yeah, I nailed it.
Yeah.
And so
scared.
people initially write it off and go, oh, and it's always female-fronted metal band. That's the genre that we fall into, and that's fine. It makes sense. And I would immediately just write it off. But we've made a point of
writing music and stuff that we as 4 heterosexual males enjoy playing and think it's awesome and heavy and
You're just like heterosexual.
Boy, who's gonna be mad at us if we start bringing a bunch of chicks to our shows?
Yeah.
It's such a meathead-filled market anyway.
Yeah.
You know, sausage fest at every metal show you play.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're not trying to write girly songs for a girl. We are trying to write songs for a vocalist, which sometimes can come off as, oh, well, this is all based on Jill, or oh, this is wimpy. It's not a whole bunch of death metal notes. It's like, no, we're writing songs like Judas Priest would write songs, and we're not trying to say we're anywhere like Judas Priest. But that's our mantra is like songwriting and showcasing a vocalist, not trying to be an instrumental act that's just trying to like, you know, wank it.
Yeah.
So, if that comes off effeminate, that's cool. I got no problem with that. I don't stand up there and feel like we're playing in a wimpy band ever.
Yeah.
It's like, this is awesome. This is what, it's our vision. And like, we've been, you know, Ian and I were playing in a band before we met Jill, and that's how she actually like met up with us. And the first idea was we were gonna try and, okay, maybe we didn't know her yet, and we hadn't really dived into it. Oh, maybe this is just gonna be kind of a pop-y thing. Whatever. We're still gonna have our band was called Professor, where we can just get stoned and do our thing and get super heavy and have fun. But then we started writing that material for Huntress, and everybody was on the same page about it. And it's like, well, if that became our artistic release, it's something we're really proud of. We don't need another one with that distract us. And just turned out awesome. And to us, only the visual and the marketing aspect has to do with a female front thing. Like, we treat it like we want to treat it like we have Halford on our team. We have a female version. She's it's like, damn, she wails. Okay, I don't care if she's got a dick. Also, it's fine. She wails. We're just gonna go with it.
That's one way of putting it. Right?
Oh yeah, so Jill does have a kind of habit of showing a bit of skin, even on your new videos, seen it. She's pretty much naked, and in person, she's a lot of cleavage going, which is neither here nor there for a band. But do you ever feel that maybe this is going to outshine the music in the end, or it's just people will start coming to see her instead of listening to the music itself?
Well, it's like if we were shooting fireworks off our stage and launching cars into the audience, if that's what made people come to see the music we're playing, then fine, that's cool. And really in her live performance and in a lot of the press, like, she really hasn't, well, I guess Zenith is a whole other indicator, you know, and the thought process behind that with the director was like, this is animated, you know, like, so we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like the Eight of Swords video was like, she was showing a lot of skin too, but you'll see tonight, she's got her outfits and she looks awesome, but she's not necessarily just like stripping it up.
Yeah.
You know.
So to kind of play that up, do you think you guys would ever like take your shirts off to play? Just give, you know, the guys are saying something about the ladies.
That's why there's a jump rope on the tour. We're working towards that one day.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get to man-war status.
Yeah.
Until then, we're just
like ripped.
Yeah.
Rip those vests open.
Yeah, we're gonna oil each other up before the set.
Finally, when
Heterosexually oil each other up.
When the hype dies down, the men finally take off their shirts. Try to move some ticket sales.
How many ladies are there tonight?
Hey, ladies.
This one's for you.
Yeah, I think you could like please ticket sales or something. I'm pretty sure there's like.
I'm passing that on. That's
There's
going to the top. This is going in the suggestion
pile,
box.
Please, I wrote that. There's a band
Topless men.
Disgorged from they play like death metal, but they actually like take off their clothes and they look like you've seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it looks like they all look like Khal Drogo. They're like tighten their abs and they're like playing like that the entire time. I'm like, this is kind of homoerotic. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
Oh yeah, the boys love it.
Yeah. Oh, the boys are eating it up. My friend was like, that guy has abs. I'm like, you're looking at it. So, what's coming up next for you guys? Like tour-wise, you got a new album potentially coming out next year.
Yeah, but we're going with Lamb of God to Europe also.
Yeah.
So that'll be all January.
Lots of Lamb of God dates. Yeah, a lot of Lamb of God in our future.
We really haven't. We're on easy street here for a couple months. It's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah.
And then, depending on tours that, there's been some talk of stuff, and you never know because it's still so far in advance. But if the tours that are awesome don't come up, then we're just get back in the studio.
Yeah.
And that's like our goal is to release a record next year, but we're not going to turn down great touring to make good on some hat trick.
Yeah, for sure. And then touring is probably one of the best ways to make money nowadays is everybody downloads music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's really the only way people make income. But as a support band, there's no big salary here. There's such a production budget, and for us and for anybody we're so lucky that there's a million other bands that would do this for nothing.
Yeah. For sure.
And so we're just honored to be here and get the opportunity, and we get some gas money from selling merch, and they're so sweet to pay us anything.
Yeah.
And they really are taking great care of us. But we're certainly not going home with rich or with even rent money. Like the trick I've pulled is I got a place where I can sublet a room when I'm home, but I don't have to pay rent when I'm out. Because paying rent for both times doesn't work. If you're not making enough. I save just enough to pay rent for when I have time.
But then again, you get to see Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Not
ain't hearing me complaining. No. It is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good life.
This is everything we've ever worked for.
For sure, a lot of people dream about this. Great opportunity. Do you guys get to hang out with the other bands at all? Especially because Testament and Lamb of God, amazing bands.
Oh
Yeah.
Just to be like, I was sitting right beside
I mean, we just crack. It's like they're all so awesome. I mean, John from Lamb of God, like within an hour of us being there, I was still like just in my zone playing guitar, and he's like, "Hey, I hear you all smoke." No way. He comes in, he's like,
completely
"Peace
off the
offering,"
record. Yeah.
and we're like, "Cool." And
Peace offering.
they've been super nice. All the Testament guys I've met so far are really cool. But it's only day 2. But every tour we're on, we end up just really having a great time with
Yeah.
those bands.
Yeah. We're really easy to get along with too. We're not really like crazy young kids.
Well, and as you can tell, we're major jerks.
Super big
Complete
jerks.
assholes.
But that's why they all like us. They're like, I respect you, bro.
Yeah. I respect you guys being jerks.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I think.
Has there been one band that you're a big fanboy of that you got to play with or got to meet?
Dance.
Yeah. Dancing.
You even toured with them for a while.
Yeah, we just got to do it
Stopped
3
in his
weeks.
dressing room.
There's a lot of side stage. We watched the show like every
Really?
Yeah, that was one I didn't miss any show.
and that doesn't happen for us.
Yeah.
And like bands like, for instance, that I didn't realize I would love so much, but did, is like Dragon Force.
Right.
I love every single member of that band so much. They're just the coolest guys, and like we had so much fun whenever we've seen them, and like, they're like, I just can't say enough cool things about them.
Yeah.
And then watching their second, dude, I'm coming around on this. At first, it's like, wow, that's a whole lot of notes and really
A lot of
fast.
notes, a lot of fast.
And that's great, but man, when you fall in love with a bunch of guys like that as a team, it's just
They kind of brought us with them for like almost a whole year last year too. They were just really nice
they
guys.
just big brothered us. It was really
Yeah, it was good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But we can already tell we're gonna have a lot of fun with all these
With
guys.
these guys? Well, it's like 3 heavy hitters, though.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Just in case the intimidation factor wasn't
Yeah,
there.
thanks for helping
Yeah.
with the sleep we did.
You'll
get
just
already.
see us just shotgunning beers on stage tonight. Heavy hitters, man.
Hey, at least we'll take our shirts off.
No, too suggestive, sweet. All right. Well, anything else you want to say to your lovely fans out there?
You guys are the best.
He's a liar.
I'm not lying. She's lying. Everything she says is a lie.
It is.
Except everything.
Love you.
Yeah. Way to go, guys.
They're just incredibly
Good group of
intimidating.
fans.
Yeah. But there's a camera there.
Whoops. This is being filmed?
What about all the pods?
Nah.
Oh, that's on the record.
All right.